Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. We're taking a quick look here again at Bitcoin, 57,200. We had an interesting spike up when Jerome Powell started speaking earlier today, and truth is we are going to see the price action likely pull back just based on this pattern here that we have forming. Keep in mind this pattern does have a low success rate compared to most. So if you look at our Discord, we have a chart pattern section here. Bullish patterns or bearish pennant patterns, in this case here, that's what Bitcoin is showing, has a 55% success rate. Again, it's just a panel over 2,000 different trades and essentially giving us some odds of the success here. So keep in mind, it's not like a phenomenal success rate, but the reason why it's also beneficial is because we're in a resistance range and there's a strong probability we're not going to break that 58,500 mark. If we do, that could invalidate that potential direction and or this pattern. Okay, so just a heads up, throwing it out there because people were kind of talking about that. Truth is there's much stronger patterns available, but once again, it really just depends on how you look at things here too, because you want to have confluence when you take trades. And taking a look at Bitcoin right now, there is still a lot of bearish type of divergence. Okay, so until we break that 58.5 range, we're probably going to expect the price to continue lower. Okay, having said that, if we just take a quick look here at Bitcoin, let's quickly note a few key factors and kind of work our way from there. If we do take a look at Bitcoin's liquidation from last, what was it, 24 hours, I recall there being some liquidation above the price action, right? So again, 58.9 as low as a high as, actually, sorry, yeah, 58.9 upwards of 59.1. Okay, so there is small amounts of liquidation there. Keep in mind too, if you look at the larger time frame as well, though, we don't have a tremendous amount of liquidation in the immediate direction. Okay, so if you look at this here on the right versus the left, you can see that's actually a small concentration on the right-hand side. So having said all of that, the bigger picture, we do have a lot more liquidation as low as 52,000, even deeper at about 48, 47,000. So again, just throwing it out there, I'm not saying that's a distinct probability we're going to hit that level, but there's more liquidation on the downside than the upside if you kind of go with the total amount of volume. There's also obviously a massive amount of liquidation, 67,000, but we'll bridge that gap later if and when we break back through the 60K range, okay? All right, so between now and then, we can kind of presume that 58.5 to 60,000 is a resistance based on these fib levels here, but also just previous supports being at that 60K range, okay? So having said all that, let's go ahead and take a quick look here at the daily, work our way down, see what's going on here. So once again, we're still below this descending trend line until we break above. We are truly still bearish. We're underneath all moving averages, still a bearish type of situation. Now, it's not to say we can't see, confirming factors on smaller time frames where the price could increase. That's still a possibility. In fact, the last couple of days have been decent, okay? But again, big picture, we need to recognize that we're below, under the gun, so to speak, below a lot of resistances, and that's just not generally a favorable sign. Not to say you can't, again, take intraday trades and take some day trades between now and then, but there's a distinct probability that we could continue lower. Keep in mind, we are fairly overextended to the downside. The RSI is pretty low. Sometimes you do see bounces in that area, but the daily time frame to me is not that substantial, not that beneficial, and it still has a lot of macro bearish qualities. Okay, having a look into the 4-hour here, we can see let's go ahead and double check a few things first. Let's look at the moving averages. We are just breaching 50 on the RSI. This is generally a positive sign. That could imply that we might see the price action continue further higher. We also can see stochastic kind of topping out, so it is due for a swing to the downside. Now, if stochastic starts to swing down, the price goes sideways, that's when we might experience a leg out. We're not there yet, a little premature, but generally speaking, we are converging still in the MACD, gaining some momentum, all right? So again, this isn't like a terrible situation, it's just not favorable. There's no other way around it. I mean, we look at all the moving averages, we're barely over the 20, we have been for about 12 hours. So that's not bad, that's definitely a good start. But isn't it enough to warrant a push through a resistance level? With low volume, no. With enough volume, yes. And of course, if whales want to manipulate, then they can definitely do that. All right. So we just kind of got to roll with it, right? For the moment, daily and weekly. Even the weekly, the daily, weekly, and the 4-hour time frame are exuding mostly bearish qualities. 4 hours trying, but it's not quite there yet. Hourly time frame, we look at the Ichimoku cloud, we can confirm we are above the cloud. Lagging span's getting close to being free and clear. There's potential for a small breakout here. In fact, we could even see a run towards 58.5 or worst case 60,000. That's a possibility. But again, based on just this one metric here, that doesn't give me enough confidence to want to warrant a long position. Okay. Again, the macro speaks larger because it's a bigger time frame. Okay. So for right now, I would say at this point here, there is no significant turn in direction. However, we do have the hourly kind of letting us know that the bulls are moderately in control. If we look at the point of control here for today, it's at 57,400. We're right at that level. So truth is, nobody's truly in control at this point. But if you do look at the last 24 hours, we have seen a significant increase there with a retest this most recent high at about 57.8. So to me personally, at this point, I would just urge caution and wait for the price to play out. There is a small possibility the price could go up, but it's a larger probability the price goes down based on just, again, the macro. That's what we generally want to look at as swing traders, right? If you're day trading, different story altogether. If you want to consider being a day trader, we do have some nice signals here. XRP, Matic, and Chainlink are the ones that are firing off this morning. Took some nice healthy profits there. For our premium group too, we've taken some decent profits as well recently. Polkadot, of course, and we had a previous QNT short there, but there's no doubt about it. The trades right now for swing trades, there's less opportunity, okay? Because again, holding for longer periods of time, you're not going to see quite as much profit. So again, patience, folks. That's really all it is right now. I can assure you that things will pick up again. It's just kind of the ebbs and flows of trading. And right now at this point, when we're kind of trying to find our bottom, it's best not to get too crazy with a lot of shorts or longs at this point. All right. So less is more, and that's just my personal opinion, but what do I know? I've only been trading successfully for a very long time. And that's just, again, these are just my opinions, and it's okay if you disagree. Either way, do me a favor, hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. Join us over here on BitUnix, phenomenal exchange, excellent rewards. Use my link to register. And absolutely, without a doubt, join us on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, TikTok. We got a lot of different fundamental and technical things coming your way, all right? So good stuff. Check it out. Thanks again so much for the support. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Take care.